in Scottish folklore, Fachan, or Fashion, Fachan, peg leg jack, Dillich Glyn Added, or Disreach, dwarf of Glen Ediv, a glen in the Highlands of Scotland, is a terrifying creature from Scottish folklore. Fachan in some parts of Scotland, the Fachan is known as the Dillich Glyn Added, while in others it is called the Disreach. Said to live in the remote mountains of Scotland. Grotesquely ugly supernatural figure in Scottish Gaelic folklore, counterparts of which are known in Irish tradition. The Fachan is also considered a companion of goblins and is sometimes regarded as a small creature akin to a dwarf. Conversely, it is also believed to be a descendant of the Fomorian tribe in Celtic mythology, appearing in a giant-like form. He didn't look like a human being so much as a demon. Similar to the Scottish term famhair, which also means giant, the Irish word fathack may have been shortened to become the Gaelic word Fachan. According to Scottish folklore, it may seriously hurt anybody who comes too close to it. Monstrous creature described as having one central eye, one central hairy hand, and one central veiny leg that emerges from the middle of the creature. It has one eye in the middle of its face, one hand reaching out of its chest and one leg coming out of its torso. Fachan is just half a human being and has fangs protruding from its gaping maw and stringy hair that is impossible to bend. Its speed at hopping on one leg is believed to be astounding. Despite its impractical body, it is said to be strong. The most horrific aspect of this creature is its mouth, which has 2 rows of sharp, pointed teeth and makes grunting and snapping noises. This gaping maw is reminiscent of a prison from a nightmare. The average Fachan is less than 5 feet 11 inches in height, and while being just half a human in size, it may weigh up to 165 pounds owing to its powerful build. Although the Fachan isn't allegedly a very large creature, the abomination's intimidating manner and air of ferocity make it seem much bigger than it really is. In some reports, it is covered in blue feathers, too. It has a single tuft of hair on its head, but it is strong and uncuttable. An animal hides a girdle wrapped around his body. A tight, strong, dark blue cloak of twisted, hard, thick feathers was part of his suit. It has a bald head with long chin whiskers and wears a deer loincloth. Its preferred weapon is a giant club which it wields against others indiscriminately. There were 20 chains in total, and each one contained 50 poisonous apples. Each large apple had a poisonous spell placed on it. It wields a spiked club and uses it to chase away and kill, if it can, anything that comes near it. It hates all other life and will destroy whole farms and orchards in a single day. It is active all year, but you can recognize its lair quite easily, due to there being no trees, animals, or grass, just barren ground. Legend has it that his terrifying appearance could cause death by heart attack just by seeing him. The sight of the dreadful Fachan's terrible gaze is enough to render even the bravest of the Scots and Celts helpless. In the tales, claims vary as to what just about Fachan chills the people's blood. The Fachan may be a vestigial memory of the way that Celtic priests were said to have performed certain rituals, with one eye closed, standing on one leg, and one arm outstretched. One of the most famous tales is about a farmer who was warned by a wise old woman not to disturb the Fachan's lair. However, the farmer ignored the warning and ended up losing his entire farm to the creature. Another tale involves a group of hunters who stumbled upon the Fachan's lair and were chased away by the creature's spiked club.